Hey, this is your girl, Michelle Diva. I am bringing you another episode of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Season 1, Episode 8, Splitting Hairs. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. We do reviews here, and this is the Diva Nation, okay? And if you're returning, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and we will begin. Now, let me tell y'all, okay? A couple of days ago, my vertigo started acting up, okay? So if you see these little patches behind my ear, yeah, because my vertigo started acting up, okay? My head was only spinning when I was laying down, okay? But when I stood up, my balance was off, and I said, oh no, we can't have that. I can't have that. So if you see these little patches, because my vertigo was acting up, okay? And that cute, you trying to be old and stuff, okay? It ain't cute no more. Ain't cute, okay? Anyway, let's go to this episode, okay? All right. So Billy wants Alicia to start driving and picking up their daughter from school, not from school, from taking her back and forth to dance class. Okay, so he want her to start driving again. Apparently she does drive, but she don't like to drive. Okay, so they go out. Alicia talking about, it's a 4-leaf clover. It's a 4-leaf clover. Right here, Billy. Right here is a 4-leaf clover. She can't do ER. She can't do ER. It's 4-leaf clover. Billy was like, that's a weed. Get in the car. Get in the car, ho. Get in the car. Okay, I'm sorry. So soon as they get in the car, she was like, I gotta get a crocker. Cause she don't do ER. She don't do ER. Crocker, okay? Is it here? I need a crocker. I love Alicia. I love Alicia, okay? So when they driving, Alicia tells Billy how Liz attacked her, and that is her words, quote unquote, attacked her. During this vacation. It was very upsetting because she said that she was never homeless. Okay. And Alicia was like, no, I was homeless because my daddy took my home. Listen, Alicia, we are two kindred spirits, baby. I like crackers too. Okay. But still, we are two kindred spirits because my daddy took my home too when they got divorced, okay? My daddy kept a home, okay? So we had to move in with our grandparents too. So I get it. And I had to share an attic with my brother. I get it, okay? I had a nice little home, a nice little bedroom suite, everything like that. And then all of a sudden they get a divorce, and my mama give my bedroom suit to my cousin. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't put my phone on do not disturb. Sorry, my bad. Okay. But yeah, so I get it. So yeah. So she was like, yeah, it was very upsetting. Then she tells them about the video of Brian, okay? The video of Brian cheating on Rulla, okay? So he was like, he said what? He said this vacation was very emotional draining. He said. Emotional, damn it. He said, did y'all even get a chance to relax? He said, y'all had all kinds of stuff going on. Did y'all get a chance to relax? She said, no, not really. Okay. Then Rosie And Rich was going on the walk with well, no, first of all, they looking at their addition, okay? And he was talking about, first they had some rocks, so they had to clear out the rocks, and then they had to lay the foundation, and then they have to do something else, and so it's coming along. But we see what the dog thinks about this renovation. She shit. It's a girl. She shit all over it. Okay. Shit all over it. Shit all over it. Clemmy, little fat Clemmy. Okay, shit all over it. Okay, but they go for a walk. Oh, Rosie, and Rosie just talking about Kelsey like a dog. Just talking about her, talking about her sugar daddy is paying for her apartment. She don't even have a house. And so, but Rosie tells Rich that they did have a little talk. Her and Kelsey had a little talk, and they, they're trying to make up. So he said, "Well, y'all made up." She said, "Yeah, Rosie. Yeah, I see." Rosie said, "I asked her to cut my hair, and so I can post it." Okay, so they made up for right now. Okay, made up for right now. Okay, yeah. So anyway, Kelsey is moving into her apartment. Good for you, Kelsey. Good for you. Her mom and her sister are helping her. Okay, because she's used to servants, doing everything for her. Okay, so her mom are her sister and her mom are helping her. So her sister gonna ask, "Excuse me, how much is how much is the rent?" And she said, "I don't know." I don't know. I don't know. My ex is paying for this. Okay, I don't know. She said, "I ain't paying it." She said he paying her health insurance and her car insurance. Shit. Kelsey, come here, baby. Have him pay for it. And you don't have to do nothing. Now, if you still having sex with him, then that's something different. But if you ain't got to do nothing and he paying for this, have him pay for it until somebody else pay for it, Billy. Until somebody else pay for it. Have him pay for it. Have him pay for it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that whole situation. And you ain't got to do nothing? Girl, have him pay for that. And see if you can get some more stuff paid for. Your utilities. Shit. Your car note. Okay. Have him pay for some more stuff. Shh. Somebody can pay my bills. Somebody can pay my bills. Anyway, Mama said, "Well, do you see a future with Billy?" And so she him and haw for a little bit, but he did come in. Okay, he did show up. Okay, so he showed up in the nick of time when they were talking about him. Okay, he just magically showed up to the apartment. Okay, when they talking about, yeah, Mama said, "Do you see a future with Billy?" "Yeah, I do." And then Billy come to the house. Okay, all right, come to the apartment that the ex is paying for. Now, Billy, you need to be paying for that apartment. Okay. Okay. But until Billy can pay for the apartment, had an ex pay for the apartment. Girl, get your coin. I'm not mad at none of this. I wish it was me. Okay. I wish it was me. But Billy show up, but not Kelsey's boyfriend, not Alicia's, I almost put Alicia's husband, but no, Alicia's fiance, because they not married. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Ashley. Ashley is trying to give her son a breathing treatment. Okay? Now, I am a 30-year nurse. Girl, what you doing? What are you doing? There is medicine in there. You putting it around your face. That's first and foremost, no. Second of all, she was like, the sister was like, Connor, I think his name Connor. Connor, you want to show her how you do it? So she just basically doing a blow by. We don't know how much medicine he got. Okay, he need to put that thing in his mouth, like the pacifier. He need to put that thing in his mouth. Okay, and if he's not putting it in his mouth, you need a mask, baby, a mask. He ain't get too much medicine. That's the reason why he in it. He in the ER. He need a mask on. He ain't get no damn medicine from that. And get rid of that goddamn pacifier. He 3 years old. It just worked my nerves with that. He just worked my nerves. Listen. Shout out to Kiwan, because that's her girl. She get on my nerves. Kiwan, she get on my nerves. God. She make me sick. Okay. Okay. Ugh. She make me sick because she be crying for everything. Oh my God. Anyway. Ashley recruits her sister to do some content for social media because Jared is out of town. Kiwan, I don't know. He been out of town a lot. Okay, I'm kind of thinking what you thinking. Okay, what he doing out of town so much? Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. But I'm quite sure everybody get my drift of why he out of town so much. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. All right, so this was touching. JoEllen, Jen, and her mom go to the grandparents' house to, clean it out and stuff like that. Well, it looked like it was cleaned out. It looked like it's a split level. It looked like my mama's house, really. It's a split level, though. And, so they go to, I guess, Jen and JoEllen's room. And JoEllen tells her mom about a memory about her taking Jen to go with her, but leaving her at the grandparents' house. And so the mom was like, "Did I do that? I'm sorry." And she hugs her. JoEllen looking crazy like, what the fuck going on? What the fuck going on? But she hugs her. Then JoEllen, they sit out on the stairs, and JoEllen said, "You weren't nice growing up." And so she said, "You sent me away in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th grade." And so mom was like, "Well, your behavior was out of control." She said, you had, I didn't know what you was doing. She was like, with the boys and stuff. She was like, we was just being teenagers and stuff like that. She said, "I didn't know what you were doing." And she said, "Your baby behaviors were out of control." She said, "Yeah, but you sent me away with some drug addicts, people, shanking people and stuff like that, rapists and stuff. You sent me away to that, And so she was just like, mom said, "I apologize if I hurt you." She said it was not my intention. She said that And she starts to cry. She said she had a lot on her plate, and at times it was overwhelming. She didn't know what to do. And so JoEllen was like, "Well, why didn't you ever love me?" And she said, "I did love you." She said, "But I didn't show it because that's how I was raised." And she said, "Let me tell you a story." She said, "They gave me a surprise. I ran upstairs, hit her head on something, was bleeding, and her mom came, and the first thing she said was, 'Look at my floors. My floors just got clean. Look at my floors.'" She didn't care about her. So I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. That generation was raised by the silent generation. And, they just didn't, they just didn't show love, and say love, because my mama didn't show me a lot of love when I was growing up. She shows me immensely now. I just came back from my mama's house. She shows me immensely how much she loves me, and she tells me she loves me. But back in the day, she never said she loves me. Never, ever. I ain't never heard my mama say she loved me until I was an adult. Okay, so I get it. I get it, JoEllen. I get it. And she said her mom was hard on her. Now, her mom was my big mom, and big mom loved us. Okay, she loved us, hugged us, kissed us, said she loved us, and everything like that. I can't imagine how she was to my mama. I can't imagine, because she was real hard on my mama. But I can't imagine, because my big mama was all my grandparents hugged and kissed and loved on us, all of them. So, okay. Every time I talk about grandparents, I get emotional. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's how they were raised. Okay. So let me get back to here. Oh, okay. So JoEllen said, "I'm broken from my childhood," and she said, "I wish you would have put me and Jen first, in your life when we were growing up, But JoEllen has broken the cycle, with her kids, and I did it with my kids. So so we got a bunch of kids that maybe we did it a little too much. That we got a bunch of kids that feel like they entitled." Yeah, we do. We made a bunch of kids that feel like they're entitled, because we all broke we all broke the system, broke the chain, So we may have loved on them too much. We have made them loved on them too much. Not me, okay? Because my kids is grown and out the house, okay? But I work with kids. I'm a pediatric nurse, okay? So we may have broke the chain a little too much, okay? A little too much. We may have should have been a little bit harder on these kids, okay? Because these kids is out of control now, okay? Like I said, I'm a pediatric nurse for 20-something years, okay? We may have broken the chain a little too much, okay? But all in all, it is what it is. Moving on, Liz and Dolores is developing a menopause gummy. Let the church say amen. Hallelujah. Hold on, let me get my heavenly music. Okay. Heavenly Father, okay. They made a gummy for menopause. Please, Liz, the Lord, let me test that out for you, okay? this vertigo. Ooh, this insomnia, these pains in these legs. Yes, let's test that out. Moving on, Rulla and Brian are hosting Alicia and Billy. They got a chef. They got a bartender. They doing it up, honey. Rulla and Billy. Don't spare no expense, boo. Okay. So Alicia and Billy come over, double fisted. Okay, got wine and champagne. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you come to a dinner, double fisted. Okay, double fisted. The house is decorated beautifully. I like that house. Okay, I like all the decorations and stuff like that. Good for you. Good for you. Kudos. Get it, y'all. All right. So they sit down. And so Alicia said, I need some Botox. I'm trying to get some Botox. And Rulla said, Brian does Botox. I said, oh, shit. Okay. And he said, yeah, I can do it. He said, we do it in our office and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. Doctors are doing a lot of plastic surgery and a lot of stuff for like plastic surgery, okay? Because we had in Georgia, in Atlanta, we had what was she? I think she was maybe a dermatologist or something like that. Whatever the case may be, she wasn't plastic surgeon, okay? But she was doing BBLs and she was filming it. Okay, she was in the surgery filming it and stuff, and dancing and stuff. And so they I think she lost her license and stuff like that. Yeah, they cracked down on her. Okay, now mind you, the other plastic surgeons in Miami filmed theirs. Okay, but they didn't do nothing about there. I think they stopped doing it, but they ain't say nothing about there. They still got their license because they a man and they are of a certain color, and this woman is a woman and she's of a certain color too. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay. But the men didn't lose their license, the woman did. So if he doing Botox, hopefully he is certified to do Botox, okay? But he a podiatrist, he doing Botox in his office and stuff. It is money in Botox, I'll tell you what. Okay, didn't I think Contessa on Married to Medicine, they was doing Botox in their office too. But I don't know. They should be certified in Botox too. Anyway. But so Brian, he just go off. He was like, listen, if I'm feeling fat, I take me some of those Ozempic and stuff. That's how I do. I take me some Ozempic. And if I feel like I'm losing muscle, then I would take me some steroids every now and then. I take some steroids every time now and then. And then now I'm losing some weight, so I got to put some Botox in there to fatten it up and stuff like that. And so Rulla was like, hold on. You talking too much. You talking too much. She said he had 2 shots of tequila before he come here. So she was just like, you listen, you a little drunk. You need to shut up. You need to stop talking. And then he get a phone call. He get a little text. Ding ding. Okay, he get a little text. He got a little text. Okay. So he look at it and then he get up from the table. He said, I gotta go to the bathroom. So he get up from the table and he go and do whatever he does, and then he come back and he said, oh, it was a work thing and everything like that. And so they were like, Then Alicia was like, in the confessional, like, didn't he say he went to the bathroom? She was like, nah, he had something from work. Somebody, broke a toe or something, or what? Somebody got a ingrown toenail, because that's what I went to the podiatrist for. I had a real bad ingrown toenail, So she was like, that's the emergency, ingrown toenail. Okay. I'm so sorry. Anyway, moving on. All right, Rosie and Kelsey. Okay, this is this is how they end. They this is how they end this episode. Okay, so Rosie is gonna do Kelsey, because they sisters as far as I'm concerned, because they look just alike. Kelsey is going over to Rosie's house to do her hair. Okay, apparently, she gonna pull a prank on her. Okay, with a bullhorn and a siren. She gonna prank her. So she comes in with the bullhorn and the siren, saying that, this is the house police. This is not 8,000 square feet. Da 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 da. So Rosie goes to the window like, what is going on? What's going on? Because all she heard is hot siren, and she was like, what is going on? And so, because Rosie's planning on having the what is it? The plans and the square footage reel or whatever on the table. So as soon as she walk in, she'll see it. So so you hear all the sirens and stuff like that, and so she pull up, and she was like, "This the house police. Your house ain't 8,000 square feet or whatever," and so then they come up, and so the plans are sitting there. She was just like, these are the plans. She was like, and it's 5,000 square feet, and we can go outside and measure it, okay? But Kelsey was like, she said, Kelsey was like, Rosie, relax, I'm fine. It's no big deal, whatever. And so Rosie was like, this is a nice neighborhood, and you have all those sirens and stuff like that. She was just like, well, it was a joke. I was trying to be lighthearted, okay? And so she was like, I don't think it's funny. Where the fuck is your house? And I was like, oh, okay. And so Kelsey was like, babe, you're being very aggressive. And then Rosie was like, what, I'm being aggressive for what everything you've done to me. And so she was just like, what have I done to you? And I was thinking I was trying to figure out what she done to her, except for she saying that her house ain't 8,000 square feet or whatever. That's the only thing I think. Let me know if she did something else. That's the only thing I know of. That she said her house wasn't 8,000 square feet. Oh, also she said that she fucked the. That's how she lost her job. That she had an affair with a upper level, instead of she had a colitis and she had to wear diapers and stuff. So I think but she don't ever say nothing about that. So maybe it's true that she had an affair, and that's why she got fired, because she don't never say anything about that. She just saying about this 8,000 square feet where your house at and all that other stuff. Okay, so she said, Rosie said, she said, I have done anything to she said, I haven't done anything to you. she said, I'm sorry if I called you a fucking polygamist. That's what she said. Okay. She said, I haven't done anything to you. She said, and I'm sorry if I called you a fucking polygamist. You know, you got a boyfriend and you got two boyfriends and stuff like that. So you kind of polyamory or something like that. So she was like, I'm sorry if I called you, fucking polygamist, but you do have polyamory. Kelsey said, spell it. I was like, Kelsey, that's a low blow. That is a low blow, okay? That is a fucking low blow. Spell it. Okay? Anyway, so then Rosie was like, get out of my house. After she said spelling, get out of my house. Okay? Get out of my house. And so she said, I will. Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? No. Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. So they go back and forth. Rosie gets in Kelsey's face, putting a finger in her face, and she was just like, hey, back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. And she was like, Rosie was like, talk to me when you have a house, you have a husband, and you have a career. Kelsey said, I do have a career. She said, sucking dick is not a career, bitch. Oh. Wait a minute. That was an even lower blow, okay? Oh my God. Sucking dick is not a career, bitch. I know that's right, okay? The only thing you done was win a pageant and your sugar daddy paid for it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Okay, I would take this level of disrespect. Kelsey. Okay. So Rosie throws her suitcase out with all her stuff in it. Then she pushes Kelsey out the door and slams the door. But then for some reason, I think production opened the door and told Kelsey to come back because Kelsey was about to go to her car and pick up her suitcase and go to her car. But then she came back, okay, because I think the production called her back. And then she goes up and she shouts up the stairs. I did win that title fair and square. And I don't suck dick for money, okay? Okay. All right. But Rosie yelling down the stairs. Everybody knows that you sleep with married men and you a fucking sham pig. I don't know what the hell the sham pig is.
I don't know. She's kind of gay to me.
I don't know what a sham pig is, okay? But apparently we're going to learn in the next episode. Okay? I don't know what a sham pig is. I think they said something on Watch What Happens Live, but I wasn't too into Watch What Happens Live. So that was it. So that was the end of the episode, okay? Hey, ending on a fiery note, okay? Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. We will see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.